Play. Entering weekly strategy. Entering regular season week 5 screen. Entering regular season week 5 screen. Entering regular season. Entering weekly strategy regular season week 5 screen. You have 4 options. Weekly gun plan goal is selected. Entering weeks. Entering franchise hub screen home. Play season game is home. You have 4 options. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Arizona Cardinals, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll get to see the Eagles' versatile running back. He did it all for them last week, an absolute ton of yardage with a touchdown on top of it. It's the Eagles and the Cardinals on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And then we set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. Right. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Now McCoy. He'll get this to counter underneath. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year is James Conner. And he'll get it down to the 47-yard. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Right back to Conner here on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's McCoy. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Haason Reddick.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Plus button. Triangle button.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Eagles had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 38. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Triangle button. Square button.
Second down, McNabb. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Coach suggestions. There are 9 for verticals. Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. QB draw is selected.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Cross button.
McNabb.
Square button.
This will be caught inside the 10. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on 1st and goal.
Jet sweep is selected.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Entering play call.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Circle button.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
R1 button. Cross button.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Entering play call, special teams, who had 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. They begin on the ground here with Connor. Oh, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw. McCoy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Over the middle here to Brown. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. It'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 70 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Triangle button. Cross button.
Now McNabb.
Cross button.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Entering play call.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
McCoy's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, McCoy. That's complete to McBride. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing again on second down. McCoy got Anderson on the slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Ball on the 8, it's second and 4.
Seam flat.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Got it complete to James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Conner. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball.
That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy hit a nice catch. Just how they draw up in practice and then executed in the game.
After the touchdown, now here's Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And
we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because of coverage. They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
R1 button. Lost button. R1 button.
Now it's McNabb. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Entering play
We'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On the move to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. You got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Throwing on first down, McCoy. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first and 10, McCoy. This will be caught once again by Brown. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Prater's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
Inside zone. On plan. Error night. Option. Player. Error. Formation. Pistol. Go. Hail Mary. Hail Mary. You have 3 options. Hail Mary is selected.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
Cross button. Circle button. Cross button.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We begin in the NFC, the marquee game of the week. Dallas on the road to take on the defending Super Bowl champs at SoFi Stadium. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Paris Campbell leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Entering Dumpling adjustments screen. Run inside is selected. Run outside. Run inside. Blitz counter. Contain QB scramble. Defend geek pass. Defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out first and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week that came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wing tight, there are 7 categories. You have 12 options. Which spot is selected? R1 button.
A play fake. Now McNabb.
Triangle button.
Rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
8 yards to go on second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Double Y over. Shark HD wheel.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's McNabb.
Triangle button. Circle button.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are some SS Blitz 1.
They start with a give to Connor. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Going deep for Hopkins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play, given maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down to the Cardinal territory.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9. Mesh spot. RPO power peak. TN. RPO power peak.
On the set.
Circle button.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Suggestions, thread and spacing, thread option.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, McNabb. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play.
And he's going to go down again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. McCoy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Red option is selected.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Now that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw on third down. McCoy, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Hassan Reddick picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Coach suggestions.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Expected from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Back to throw. McCoy. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll try and run forward with counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on when you're going to take a run, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now it's 13-all as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
McNabb to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Throwing after the interception. McCoy. This is Anderson over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson.
Entering play call.
They're going to get this down to about the 37.
Have 18 options. One LB blitz is selected.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to ball here at their own 18-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Cross button.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Philadelphia, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Dallas, CJ, Gardner Johnson. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. Hybrid. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. Possession. Blocking. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. Power back. Elusive back. Power receiving back. Overview. Ratings. Upgrade. Power back. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. You have 7 options.
Development trait.
Overview is selected.
Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players will progress faster over time. Players can improve their development trait by being one of the top performers in the league at their position. This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has and what effects they have in-game. Abilities are available to both Superstar.
Abilities is selected. Is selected. Upgrade. Pass protector. Agile. Pass protector. Entering franchise hub screen home. News. Top stories. 131 yards from Waters in win over Cardinals. Ari turnovers led to 5 win. Eagles outlast Cardinals 3-0. Chiefs defend home field in week 5. Taylor's Bengals on road in Baltimore. Colts at HB Darrell Henderson Jr. Home you have 8 options. Advance week is selected. 1 new injury is selected. Entering injury report screen. 8 rows 10 columns. Left filter Eagles, right filter all undefined. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. Entering injury report screen. 8 rows 10 columns. Left filter Eagles, right filter all player name D. Barnett. Player name and Dean. Player name M2 Apula. Player name C. Gardner Johnson. Player name A. Sipos. Player name C. Gardner Johnson. Player name D. Go. Player name D. Barnett. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. Entering injury player name D. Barnett. Player name Arquin. You have 5 options. Overview. Entering injury report screen. 8 rows 10 columns left. Entering weeks. Entering franchise hub screen. Manage staff. Home you have 4 options. Franchise staff is selected. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. You have 2 options. View talent tree is selected. Defend player personnel. 0 second. 1 0 second. 0 third. Entering staff management screen. You have 4 options. Entering weeks. Entering franchise hub screen home. Practice. Manage staff. View box score is selected. Advanced home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Entering reassign players screen. Player not in. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. Start negotiations is select. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. Play start negotiations. Years option is set to 1. Years option is set to 3. Salary bonus option is set to $65M. Salary make offer. Entering player sign screen. Entering reassign players screen. You have 2 options. Negotiate. You have 2 options. Negotiate is selected. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. Negotiate week 17. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. You have 2 options. Negotiate. You have 2 options. Negotiate is selected. Years option is set to 4. Year Salary op. Bonus option is set. Bonus op. Bonus op. Make offer. Entering offer feedback screen. Entering reassign players screen. You have two options. Negotiate is selected. Year's option is set. Make offer. Entering offer feedback screen. Entering reassign players. You have two options. Entering weeks. Entering franchise news. Top stories. Week 6 Pits Cowboys Eagles. Patriots offense, Browns offense, who wins? Packers Ray White sidelined with injury. Week 6 brings San Francisco to Atlanta. Draft dilemma, BJ Moore out for season. Reactions. Bucky Charles Davis at CDAVISEA. Math Ross Tucker at RTUCKRE. Bucky Brook, Charles Dave, Diana Rossini at Drusinia. Charles Dave, Jonathan Coachman at Thecochia. Matthew Berry at MBER. Matthew Berry, Ross Tuck, Daniel, Stephanie Bell at SBELLEA. Bucky Brooks at BBR. Entering. Warning pop-up. Are you sure you want? Young, you have 7. Weekly strategy is selected. Entering regular season week 6 screen. Entering franchise hub screen home.